Hey everybody, and welcome to the Gauntlet regarding everything esports news. I'm your host, Captain Zeus, followed by my co-host, Novaburst. And today we got some more Overwatch League off-season news for you. I know it's been a minute, not a whole lot has happened, but there's some more juicy stuff. First things first, though, the people that are back on their teams. Beast is back on Toronto, which is good to hear. Doesn't look like Toronto's completely getting rid of everybody. Seoul, they kept their head coach and their other coach, Changoon and MMA. So it's also good to hear that these guys are back with Seoul. Seoul had a lot of good, components there, dynamic that really helped them, get to second place up there from last season. So I can't wait to see what they're going to be like this upcoming season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And then now going into people who have left, going straight into it, we have from Washington, Arc retiring. Mm-hmm. And also from Washington, Jay Janu is leaving. And we know Jay Janu, excellent tank for Washington. And then Arc retiring, a little surprised.
I know you're sad about it. Don't worry, you don't have to cry, man.
I don't cry, but I'm just processing it.
He was a good personality on there, and he was a great player to have on there. It's he's doing what's good for him, and he's gonna be leaving the squad, and it is what it is. I hope wish him best in the future.
Yeah, definitely. And then for New York, we have Mono and Mandu leaving from New York. We already expected some changes up on New York. Definitely, they need some key components in there. We talk about New York all the time, how they kind of need that star player, because all around they're excellent players, you know what I mean? But I think they're trying to make room for that one guy to take the lead and everything. And then for last person leaving, Jerry from Boston, which was
huge surprise,
very surprising. We actually expected either for Boston to hold Jerry and use him as their key centerpiece, but it wasn't impossible that they could, send Jerry off and use that as, possible, like an invite for other players. Hey, come over to Boston, got some money now since we sent Jerry off.
Boston's not looking too good, honestly. But they kept some meh players. I think Color Hex is going to be all right, but getting rid of Jerry is going to be either they're bringing in someone just as good, if not better, or honestly, and what I think it is it's a huge mistake.
Huge mistake. Well, someone actually took advantage of that huge mistake. Coming in from new players, coming in from new teams, Washington actually picked up Jerry.
They picked him up.
And we literally just got this news and we were mind blown. Like, we already have Decay, who did phenomenal towards the end of this season, and then to add additionally Jerry, who is a phenomenal DPS player. I'm actually very scared of Washington now.
Right?
So Washington definitely went hunting. They were waiting for this, and they struck.
Yes, they did.
LAG, we have Muse coming in. Dallas, Fearless. And then Seoul, we have, correct me if I'm wrong, because this is a very fabulous name.
Bongwuri?
Yeah. Promoted from data analyst to coach. Congratulations right there, my dudes. And for Philly, they actually picked up Mono from New York. And so I guess Philly over here, they see the huge potential a lot of the New York players do have, and they just, add additionally Mono to Philly. That's fantastic. For LAG and Dallas, Dallas we already know they were already making key plays. I mean, we talked about them taking basically the Paris roster, and Dallas was really excited for this off season, in which they're like, okay, send these people off, and then we're gonna add a whole new entirely team. So that's awesome. I'm just getting some news now from our analyst. We have Fearless leaving from Shanghai.
So yeah, Fearless left Shanghai and went over to
That
Dallas.
went over to Dallas. That's the transfer in which we didn't clarify exactly.
Yeah.
But yes, Fearless was from Shanghai and now is on Dallas. And we know Shanghai did phenomenal.
I guess they're allergic to success.
I don't know.
Getting rid of a tank like that, like
I don't know why you would do such a change like that. You were just right there. You just, I don't know.
Hey guys, just wanted to let you guys know and fill in real quick. Shu, Nero, and Happy have left Gung Zhao Charge as of about an hour or two ago in the middle of editing this, so I had to throw that in there. And Shu went to LA Gladiators. So that's definitely an interesting move. They all don't know what's going to happen next. It was kind of out of left field there. You know, well, I mean, sure, it's early for them, but it's late for us. But when it came out, and you know, let us know what you think in the comments and whatnot. But back to your regularly scheduled program. See, honestly, it's surprising too, because you see Philly making moves, New York needed to, but made some moves. San Fran's making moves, and it's almost like it's not necessary because a lot of these teams are already top contenders, and yet they're still making these moves. So it's like it's really weird. Like Moose is a newer player, and I'm hearing a lot of good things coming from him.
Yeah,
and I don't know. I just don't get what's happening with the league anymore. It's getting pretty chaotic right now, especially with the roster mania that's happening.
Yeah, definitely. I honestly think from inside they probably know what needs to be changed and such, but maybe these top teams like Shanghai or Philly, they're like, maybe we do need to add something in just to spice it up a bit, because maybe from last season we could seem, I don't know, predictable in a way in which we play a lot of these teams a lot, and if we keep on, with the same roster, even though it's fantastic, but teams can now prepare for a roster that they already know, you know what I mean? So maybe they do want to add in a new face. Maybe
that also has to do with like the meta and the way they make them play the game. Because when you're making everyone go 2-2-2, and you're also doing hero bans, it limits you to what you can play like extremely hard. And it doesn't help that Overwatch itself keeps nerfing like tanks and healers and buffing DPS players, or characters. Like a lot of cards are stacked against them. And like we've seen happen before the offseason even started, a lot of players were retiring because they don't even like the game anymore. The game is just not what they, one, fell in love with to begin with, and two, not enjoyable anymore. And a lot of it had to do with the hero bans too.
Yeah, that's why I give a lot of respect to the coaches, man, because when this ban came in, I mean, they now had to prepare their team knowing, hey, we got restrictions on us on what exactly we can do and what we cannot do. So the coaches definitely, I give a lot of respect. That's why I feel like a lot of them, I mean, we saw some changes in which some head coaches are leaving, some assistant coaches are leaving, but then they're getting picked up from other teams because maybe other teams want different perspectives and different strategies, you know what I mean? But I don't know, man, this league is definitely crazy, especially in this offseason. We just don't know who's going to end up on what team, Never expected Jerry to be on Washington, so.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Dallas and Washington is going to be disgusting next season. Like, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. I'm very terrified to see how they're going to do next season.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, that's going to be it here. That's what we have for the news for the Overwatch League offseason as of now. And if you follow us on Twitter at Gauntlet News, we'll try to keep you up to date with anything else that happens. Everything's going to be in the description below with all of our social media links and whatnot. But we do appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. And we also have a nerdy channel, or a nerd group channel called The Block Party, where we posted our first podcast about how Star Wars should have ended. So that will be in the description below, and don't forget to check that out. But like I said, appreciate you guys for watching. I'm Captain Zeus. That's Novaburst, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.